Welcome to another episode of the APX Podcast, and in today's episode, I'm going to advise you on how to protect yourself on scammy job offers. One red flag you should be aware of is when you apply to a job and get accepted to one, and the interviewer and the manager requires you to pay a certain amount of fee just to get the job. That's something that you need to be aware of. Generally speaking, when you apply to a job, you're not supposed to pay for a job to get a job. So that's one red flag you should be aware of when applying to jobs. Another red flag is watch out for those job offers that is offering a very high salary but requires you to do very minimal work for that position. These types of jobs are just too good to be true. Try to look for job offers that provide great salary and somewhere that's fair and reasonable for that company. Not a single company or business would pay you so high for such minimal work unless you're putting yourself at risk. So try to be aware for these types of jobs that seem too good to be true. In the case you receive a job offer from, let's say, an HR manager, try to look at their email address. A lot of the businesses would email you using more of a corporate email address. This tends to showcase that their business is professional and legitimate. Now, if you receive job offers from emails that look very suspicious, just like an email that ends with a Gmail or a Yahoo or an Outlook and has strange numbers. So let's say, for example, that email is offer69239@gmail.com. That looks very suspicious from my end. So try to be aware of such job offers from suspicious emails that look similar to what I just said. One other red flag that you should be aware of is when you're browsing on social media or any websites, and sometimes you stumble upon ads that require your information because they're offering opportunities or jobs to the public. Try to gauge these types of ads on websites or in social networks. Sometimes they're just out there just to steal your personal information, and they could use that for marketing purposes. So try to gauge and analyze and screen those types of ads. I'm not saying that a lot of these ads are scams, but try to analyze them well before submitting your personal information. One major red flag that I should mention here is when you get accepted for a job offer, always make sure that they offer a contract or a simple agreement. A company or business that do not provide an agreement or a contract should set some alarms on. If they're not willing to provide a contract or an agreement, try to provide one yourself. And if they don't agree to that, that's a signal that you shouldn't work for them. Contracts and agreements are very important to protect yourself and reduce the risk of not getting paid. There are so many other red flags that a lot of virtual assistants and other professionals out there do experience. Every situation is different, so try to be analytical and try to assess, engage the offers that are being put out there. Don't forget to do research and due diligence to the companies that you're applying to.